What is up YouTube, and welcome to this American Horror Story video breakdown and review. We are in the penultimate episode, which has come fast, and I can't help but feel a little bit cheated. We are getting less episodes of Death Valley compared to Red Tide, as this half of the season has been superb. The black and white look, camera angles, and performances from our leads have been rock solid and portrayed a serious load of fear and anxiety as we wrestle with a few different time jumps here and there and the concept of aliens getting what they want. We pick up after last week with Marmee taken over by the aliens, being used as leverage to get Dwight to sign the treaty, which he is incredibly struggling with, saying it would commit Americans to torture and brutality like we've seen that actually happen in the future, part of the storyline. They threaten his wife and double down, saying they'll just go to the Russians instead, but later we would find out that the Soviet threats are all bluster, as Russian tech was decades behind. But I found this pretty weird. We would later learn that the moon landing was actually faked, but the Russians were the first people to send satellites and people into space, and they only kind of got done over when Americans landed on the moon, so I'm not sure on that one. Still, he does sign the treaty begrudgingly to save his wife, but little did he know someone would be enjoying her fudge later. 3 years later, the extent of the abductions has been revealed, where there's been 298 abductions, but they are yet to actually have any benefit from their deal. They've not been given the technology that they were promised, and the aliens are just shady as heck, which, hey, are you really surprised? Now, Cody Fern here appears as Valiant Thorn. He is just ridiculously good. He's one of my favourite AHS alumni, to be honest, and he had one of the only 2 actual episodes I liked from American Horror Stories as well. He is, like I said, Valiant Thorn, an alien envoy to liaise between the aliens and the humans. Probably because of what he said later, is that if the humans saw their true form, they would probably renege on the deal. Now, he does present what looks like an alien iPod Touch with click wheel, and explains how these handheld computers will usher in a new age of peace and unity. Boy, was he wrong on that front. Just look at the social media. It's an absolute rubbish bin of babies' nappies on fire. Oh, it's just awful. However, they still accept this, and explains why the latter half of the 20th century had the biggest leap of technology of all time, as Marmee prepares for Halloween. Now, she did actually, in real life, popularise Halloween decorations and celebrating it for adults, and even birthday parties for adults, all the while popularising the Marmee pink shade of, pink. She's a very interesting character, and as always, Sarah Paulson understands the assignment fully. However, the extent of the treaty weighs heavy on Dwight's head, as he would later find the experiments under the White House in secret nuclear bunker tunnels, secret to even the president. It shows the ghastly work they are doing to actually get a hybrid working, and the idea of them doing this below him disgusts him. Now, Val says how the Russian threat is a ruse, like I said, and they'll just simply take what they want by force, as he presents this to Marmee, who hints her fudge is getting eaten and teases her affair with Val, which, boy, that was something else. Ryan Murphy was so close to not having gratuitous sexualization, but hey, he just cannot help himself. But we do have him work on a place called Area 51. I'm sure you've heard of it. Now, I will admit the time jumping is a bit jarring as we jump to now the early 60s with Marilyn Monroe spilling the tea on a movie set of just what JFK told her in a tape obtained by J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the FBI. Now, I'm surprised we haven't seen JFK. He was someone who had a bit of a kinky secret, apparently, as well. I'm sure Ryan Murphy would no doubt be salivating over having someone like that on TV and having this huge power player, and he did have files on everyone, blackmailing them to do exactly what he wants. This plays into the conspiracy theory that Marilyn didn't actually die on purpose but was assassinated, which is what we see here with Nixon arranging it to keep the secret of the aliens, and they rush in and stage an overdose on her. Now, Nixon would then call JFK with his condolences and taunt him after drinking and make a veiled threat that should he reveal the secrets again, there will be consequences, which of course there was. We know he was assassinated. This is confirmed as the next president we see is his successor, Lyndon B. Johnson, where we get a look at Area 51, the place that Dwight set up to house the experiments due to overcrowding under the White House. And of course, Area 51 is the most famous destination for all alien conspiracy theories. I mean, there was that meme where everyone was just trying to invade Area 51 a few years ago. Now we cut to Troy in the future and his baby is cut out of him, and we then see the baby has deformities and isn't perfect. But, well, it's close to being a good form. And in the trailer for next week, Cody Fern's Valiant Thorn did say that the hybrid is projected to be born in 2021. So we see it killed. And I did feel bad for this poor hybrid as Troy is sent back to see his friends, and we see Calico explain that there's no escape, and we finally get to see her story of how she got here. Now, she was a barmaid / prostitute in Las Vegas in 1969, and she stumbled across Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in the bar she works in. I did find it a bit silly that they were just there drinking when they were supposed to fly off a few days ago. Why wouldn't they just keep them in Area 51 by the moon landing set with Stanley Kubrick? But she got them drunk and banged them as they spilled the secrets, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. This is just some top tier Ryan Murphy stuff here, and this led to her being taken like the rest of them. I thought this was pretty funny, and Leslie Grossman is so good in her role as Calico. The modern day, however, is by far the weakest as they are stuck at Area 51, and I find it a total missed opportunity, as if they did do a split season, we could have the modern day one half and the past in the other, which would have been a lot better, and we could have had like some sort of X-Files stuff going on. However, Troy's boyfriend is now giving birth, and they try to deliver it in secret from the aliens to, try and make sure it survives and isn't killed. But wouldn't they have like space alien cameras or something? It's weird. However, they do try to save it. It's born, but face hugs a father in true alien fashion, which is just horrifying. It reminded me of The Simpsons, where Maggie was supposed to be like an alien hybrid. Overall, it was a really good episode, with the past being the strongest part again, but the modern day was saved by Leslie Grossman's Calico there. I'm excited to see where this goes next, and it doesn't feel like American Horror Story in my opinion. It feels so very different, which I guess is a good thing. But that's it for this video. Please drop a like down below to subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.